Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We have a 3v3 on the map Overloon, I believe this one is called, on the workshop. Let's go through the players. Representing the allies, we have Professor as Mechanized Company for the United States. We have Captain Airstrike as Rifle Company for the United States. And we have Robertus as Royal Parachute Regiment with Anvil Specialization, going straight for Royal Parachutists, so this is going to be a cool one. Representing the Axis, we have Bugs Bunny as the Waffen-SS without a commander. Muru as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. And Mthis as the Wehrmacht without a commander choice yet. Pushing out immediately to get into this Dutch town. Guess we're fighting somewhere in the Benelux, in the Netherlands, or Belgium. Could be either of the two. Gonna be fighting through the ruins here. And looks like we already had a first engagement. The first shot's been fired by the Sturm Pioneers on the re-echelon. The blue and grey are already pushing up here, so that's a lot of cheap riflemen. They're gonna get mowed down there in the open, I think. Yeah, they're already getting mowed down. The double Sturm Pioneers have mowed down another unit there in short succession. Don't underestimate Sturm Pioneers, they're pretty good troops. Pineapple Grey going in the roof though. That's when those Echelon played baseball back in the day. But so far the Germans seem to have the upper hand here. There's going to be a lot of fighting on the open fields here too, I imagine, between the mechanized and the other SS troops that have not been given a commander choice yet. I keep up the blue and grey, but they might get mowed down out here in the open. They got behind cover though, so they'll definitely win. There we go, that's one Sturm Pioneer down. That's a pretty expensive loss early. Meanwhile, the Wehrmacht have begun to engage the British paratroopers. That's a fire team, I think? Yeah, that's a paratrooper fire team. They definitely do a pretty big job here. You also have some Sherwood Rangers. Yeah. But against the Wehrmacht troops, still no commander choice. Jeep coming up here with a big escape, providing a suppression platform. And we see Leichte. Okay. So the Wehrmacht has gone for Leichte. Still no commander choice from the Waffen-SS on the southern flank. But the American riflemen are not doing too well here. Excuse me. The Americans are definitely going to have to pull a little bit further back.
Damn Krauts just wasted some of our riflemen.
The Germans are securing the town again. Looks like the blue and grey were pushed up by these Sturm Grenadiers. But losing the Sturm Pioneer early has definitely been felt, I'm pretty sure. There being out one MP40 is probably a very good choice for the kind of urban combat they're going to be engaging in. Probably even give them a flamethrower later on. So some German troops that got mowed down. Okay, well, the Germans are trying to push up through the forest here. Sturm Pioneers are definitely being very aggressive today. And the Kugelwagen is also leading the charge.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle. Squad destroyed. Ready.
Second Sturm Pioneer to replace the last one.
Under attack. Task complete.
MP40 is now armed on the Sturm Pioneers. But like, they're exceptionally lethal in these kind of close quarters environments. Double Volksgrenadiers out for the Wehrmacht. They're going to be armed with MP40s by looks of it.
Our headquarters has been improved.
So the Kugelwagen went down, probably to a rifle grenade. Strong Grenadiers in a pretty good position here though, behind the heavy cover. And they'll definitely prove very good with the accurate rifle fire. Pineapple going over the trees though, and the Germans are pulling back at that. MG34 coming up as well. That's going to make it very hard to dislodge them. There's some Sherwood Rangers came in to try and help. But the Germans are pretty well set up here with all the MP40s. Oh, very good Mills bomb though. They can scale against the Kugelwagen.
Taking fire. We're hit. He's down. He's hurt. Attack. New orders.
Got it down on the Kugelwagen though.
Give us orders.
Oh, and the paratroopers have used Mad Minute, which allows them to suppress.
Get out and push if you have to.
They've also been equipped with
He's hit. He's hit.
with the stolen MG34, which apparently they can use. They are sitting up though. More paratroopers coming to the front line. Suppressing all the German troops, they have to pull back. Alright. Let's see, no real engagement in the southern flank yet after that initial one. Still no commander choice from the SS troops here. America's pulling into the town here with a lot of cheap infantry. I think the Germans might have the upper hand here thanks to the MP40s. But there is a lot of blue and grey. Especially that pineapple. Oh my. Range assault going out by the Germans. Pretty good throwing.
Valiant assault is now at hand.
And we also have some Volksgrenadiers flanking here with MP40s. Like pretty active engagements here. Southern flank is so far a little bit more static. Americans have brought up some recon teams though to keep an eye on the front line. But Germans are very aggressively trying to push the Allies out of the ruins of this town. Looks like we have a British plane flying overhead. Airdropping in the British airborne lieutenant. Mortars arrive for the US mechanized troops. And BARs have been equipped. They are trying to engage in a position where the Germans are pretty heavily entrenched here. So I don't think the Americans can get much headway unless the mortar's really lucky. Recon team is also taking losses. And recon team is down.
Just got a report of an infantry unit.
Rifleman squad here is to be equipped with a 30 cal though. Keeping a good eye on this flank. Oh, we also have some Malonians called in here, armed with the MP38, I believe. No, MP34, my bad. That's definitely going to be good for this kind of urban environment. Now, back in the day, we used to see a lot more Malonian spam because they used their Panzerfausts. They've actually been changed to not have the Panzerfaust anymore, but the Panzerknacker, which is definitely, I think, has made them not as versatile, which is why we're not seeing them spammed as much. But use them as urban combat infantry, that's like a perfect usage of them. Because they seem to be very well equipped for that. Germans are still holding the town though. But Americans are still trying to pour into it. While the Brits are setting up a beacon in the rear here to get airdrops in. Mechanized force present here in the scout car. So have some mechanized troopers. Having down with a BR right there. Now that could really give a lot of mobility to the American here in the southern flank. So the Germans were trying to pull out here with the 222. Try and get some ground and push back the Allies. But he also just airdropped in some AT equipment, I think. Americans have quickly rushed to grab it. And while 30 cal is trying to hold here with the Rifleman squad. Having a good overlook here on both roads. Oh, Scout car took a direct hit there from a mortar, but it survived. That's lucky. Oh, it might have been a PAG, actually.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Looks like the Scout car will get out of there, and so will the squad inside. Yeah, lots of new equipment here for the Americans. Something they can definitely make use of. Tank hunter coming up here. Probably trying to take care of that 222.
Ready to deploy.
American mortar opening fire on the German one. Oh, direct hit! Good job there. And well, the German, like the troops, are trying to hold this little road junction, but It's not the easiest, but thanks to the 222, I think they will. Valonian SS are also trying to flank through here. With the MP34, they'll definitely do a good job. Already killing that mortar pretty quick. Oh, but that's a lot of Americans on the open road there.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Splinter grenade going in.
We just got promoted. Contact, get down.
Definitely a lot of urban combat going on here. Rifleman with the 30 cals set up in a good building there. Germans are trying to deny avenues of approach. Good to see. They've been armed with Sturmgewehrs and MP40s, so that's a pretty lethal squad. In this kind of environment, I would probably suggest the flamethrower personally, but I guess you do you. They're also laying down a Regal mine. Good choice. 222 is in a pretty good position here, covering the road junction. But the boys can get a shot here. Immobilizing it. And the gun is gone. Only the MG is functioning. And that goes.
Enemy is inflicting losses upon
Type 40 moving up. Germans are taking up behind this, so they are doing pretty well still. You have lots of British paratroopers coming onto the field though.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
No assault teams though. This looks like fire teams. And still no commander choice on the southern flank here for the Waffen-SS. I wonder what will happen. Germans are clearing some pathways for themselves though. But the 30 cal here has got good sight of that road. Mortar still bombing into the town here. Storm Grenadiers are being armed with the MG30 on top of the MG42, so that's a lot of firepower in one squad.
Command level capabilities ready for deployment.
Fire for effect going in. Looks like it's fire for effect heat. Pretty good ability. Fire for effect is pretty strong in this version of the mod so far. That's one Storm Pioneer down. And houses are going on fire as well. Rush going up here. Looks like that's a normal house of barrage, 75mm. We have some Panzer Grenadiers here, trying to hold the line. And I'm with the MG34 and MP40s. Good combination of guns. Plane coming overhead. Giving the Germans some recon information, I think. Also, the glider has also landed. A good map for gliders, actually, because there's a lot of space for it. So the British paratroopers now have a forward base, essentially. .75mm howitzers on the field here, providing the Allies a good bit of artillery support to deal with the town. Oh, yeah, shells are landing all over the town. Artillery called in by the German Untersturmführer. Trying to get rid of that 30 cal squad. Panzer 48 come out for the southern SS flank. And Aufglas sitting up behind this little branch here. Giving him a good bit of sight. Let's actually see. Oh yeah, look how far they can see here, thanks to the flare as well. That's a lot of vision. Giving the Germans a good bit of knowledge of what's going on. More supplies are being airdropped in for the British though. Lots of munitions, so that's going to be a lot of air power for the British to utilize.
There's a shiny new officer and gentleman ready to go.
And for that, we even have a British Air Force Major coming in. So you can call in the Royal Air Force to do a lot of work. Critical's still inside the house again. And Panzer IV J is about to reveal itself. Driving forwards. There's a 57mm though, and I got a good shot. Gives us a forward base here at the front line. Oh! That was a Bren carrier, okay. Wehrmacht is also called in a 261, so a command car. Panzer IV G. No, is that a G? Yes, that's a Panzer IV G. Okay, coming in for the liked it. So we're going in on the American positions. A2 coming up for one of the American players. Looks like it's going to be from the. Oh, that's actually a Sherman already Alpha rifle. Okay, but mechanized is also getting one. Looks like the Americans really want to try and take the town here shortly. British paratroopers are standing by to support if they need to be. Lots of 75mm howitzers being fired on the town. A2 Sherman pushing up. They haven't detected each other yet. Needs to be very risky here. Oh, we have a commander choice. It looks like it's the Mechanisierte? Yeah, so that's a German mechanized force on the southern flank here. Gives him access to actually get the MG34 with 100 rounds on top of his grenadiers if he wants. So these Storm Grenadiers could be really powerful. Oh, that's actually a Stormtrooper. You'd actually get them MG34s if you're playing as Leichtip, which is actually a pretty good upgrade, I think. More supplies here dropped in for the British Royal Air Force. Blue and Grey are trying to make a push down south here, but I don't think that'll work out too well. Panzer J is moving. A2 is pushing up though. Artillery going in here from the Untersturmführer. Looks like it's going to be a rapid barrage. That Sherman might be in trouble against all those Panzer IVs. Looks like the Royal Air Force is coming in here. Completely missed that. Yeah, he got shut down. We also have a Goliath fighting on the map. Okay. Sherman's still somewhat holding up down here. Goliath driving up through the wreckage of the town. Tellermine M6 anti-tank gun has been laid. That's a pretty dangerous position. Ready to ambush whenever an allied unit comes by. Panzer IV H heading southwards. 57 down. This Goliath is still hiding. It's probably waiting for a tank of some kind. Oh, it's driving. Oh, yeah, that's a dead American squad and a lot of buildings too. American southern flank is not holding up too well though because of all these panzers. Heat fire for effect has been called in though. That's gonna force the German tanks to move quickly. British paratroopers are pushed through on the north flank though. Pack has not revealed itself. That is a really stealthy pack crew, by the way, if they can be this close without being detected. But the Wehrmacht needs to probably get up and defend that flank shortly. Because the British is just sending more and more troops forward. Now the pack's gonna get discovered, yep.
We have lost a pack gun.
261 is trying to fight them off. Panzer I command tank coming up for the Germans at the south. Looks like we have a little bit of a tank battle forming up here on the southern fields, near the forest. Another glider coming in for the British. Panzer called him with a half track. Oh, and someone dropped? Who the hell dropped? Rifle company dropped? Okay, that was unexpected. Why would that happen? Anyway, I guess so. The Allies are down one player. Because they have an AI now, and the AI is going to be super aggressive. But the British paratroopers are pushing up pretty aggressively on their flank. But here comes the Panzer Grenadiers for a counter-attack. Almost there's a 6-pounder. After got hit, but it didn't get destroyed.
We are losing soldaten.
There's lots of tanks here in the southern flank for the Germans. But I think that Panzer IV has to relocate north. Now, command F1 if you're playing a Sturm, I think can fire high explosives, which is what it's doing. But it got destroyed by rifle grenades? Okay. A Panzer IV G and Panzer IV H, that's gonna be a lot of firepower. The Germans need to take out that, what's it called? That 6-pounder, that's the main thing. Let's go for high explosive on it. Oh, there's 2 guns. And he's in trouble. The Panzer's pushing forwards. High explosive did not do much.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
The H is still holding up though, but I think another stolen Panzerfaust for those paratroopers will do it. And while German tanks are prepared to push for the center of the town here, Hetzer coming up, probably a Flammhetzer because he's Sturm. Yep, that's a Flammhetzer, so that's essentially a flamethrower vehicle. Very good for the kind of urban environment. Well, the Americans are being very aggressive now, they are an AI. And there's even a Greyhound. The Royal Air Force is coming overhead again. Also, the RAF found a target, but it got shut down. Command Panzer J coming out for the southern flank. But the SS is still holding. And the mechanized American has had a very hard time, but he's gotten a Command EC-8, I think. So that's a pretty potent little vehicle. Playing from the blue and gray, but that's not going to help them.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
British definitely have a big force prepared. They're also getting a Firefly behind us. But I think the Flammhetzer will definitely be quite a problem to deal with. Sturm is also taking up the final tier with unlocking heavy tanks, so I think that we might see a Sturm Tiger in the future. German outpush. They are moving into the EC-8 though. But the EC-8's already immobilized. And there it goes. And not looking well here for the American forces. Oh, and that 3-inch is also just getting blown to pieces.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
That's a pretty brave rifleman.
Routes are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being cast.
Yeah, I'm not sure that right effort as a tank is the best option here. Germans are trying to push through the town again and secure it. Mthis is leading the charge. Yeah, he's perhaps a little bit too close to the Panzer for the German, but yeah, a little bit too close. It went out though. Big Panzer march on the northern flank with Panzer Grenadier support. Oh, Panzer Grenadiers got destroyed. Ammo rack. Doesn't look too good here. The Germans will have to pull back. Mthis is going in, but it's lost its main gun. Oh, it still works though. But there it goes.
Heavy armor has been lost.
Germans are assaulting the American base on the southern flank. So this Panzer force has actually managed to get through. Yeah, American mechas have nothing left.
One of our fighting positions is sustained
Oh my god,
fire.
this successful little push did work.
The capture point is being overrun.
And Professor's also dropping. Guess it's Robertus alone. That kind of sucks.
Ready for travel.
Definitely sucks. Always hard to see when that happens. Yeah, looks like the Germans have this. They will call in a lot of stuff though.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements. This upgrade's very nice.
And they go for the tank building. They don't want another tank coming up. And there it goes. That's to stop the British from getting any
One of the
vehicles.
HQ buildings has been destroyed. HQ is under attack. Typical enemy trick, isn't it?
Stuk is recoverable though. And the AI is gonna be more aggressive though, so... Oh, but Roberta surrenders after, and I understand why. With both teammates gone, that's kinda sad. I hope you all enjoyed this battle though. It definitely had some very good highlights, I'd say. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.